So there's no way to sugarcoat it, this audio kinda sucks. Imagine if you had to sit through a whole 10-minute tutorial of me talking with this audio quality. I wouldn't be able to listen, I don't know about you. Today, I'm gonna show you how to upgrade your audio quality and turn it from this garbage mess into this. Now, isn't this a million times better? So the audio you heard there in the beginning was straight out of camera, built-in microphone, and it is not good. I'm gonna walk you through the steps of setting up the room you're recording in, all the way to post-processing, and show you how to get better audio quality. But I'm gonna warn you, some of these tricks are free, but you will probably have to invest in a nicer microphone in order to get quality like this. With that being said, let's start with your setup. Now this is one of the best things you can do for your audio quality. Get rid of all background noise. This means turning off fans, closing the door, closing the window. You may not realize it, but the world is generally a pretty noisy place all the time. So you gotta cut out some of that. Next tip, try and record in a small room that you can close off because bigger rooms will have more echo. All right, now we need to talk about going from your internal mic in your camera to an external mic. There are plenty of different options for this. I will link some of them in the description, including the one I'm using right now, the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. On the cheaper end, you can just use your phone. Record a video or record to voice memos and have your phone near your mouth, and then you can sync that audio up with your camera audio later, and just that itself will give you some better audio quality. Now the step up from that would be to buy a shotgun microphone or a USB condenser microphone. Now if you know you're always going to be sitting next to your laptop or your desktop, a USB condenser microphone is good. It just plugs right in, you record to the computer, and then you sync it up later. I really like the shotgun microphone option because it plugs straight into the camera and I don't have to sync up any audio later. So you shut out all the background noise, you've got a better mic, now you need to get it closer to your face. No matter what mic you're using, you're going to get the best quality out of it if you turn the volume on the mic as low as you can and have it as close to your face. For example, here's the shotgun mic right in front of my face. I don't have to talk that loud because it's right here. Plus, since it's so close to my voice, I can turn down the volume and that's gonna cut out even more background noise. Now I'm holding the mic where it would be if it was sitting on top of the camera, which is a little far away from my mouth, and I'm gonna have to crank up the volume a little more. This is still better than the internal camera mic, but it's not gonna be as good because it's still gonna pick up a lot of sounds other than my voice. I have it on this little tripod right here, and I just placed that right on the desk in front of me. It sits about half a foot away from my mouth. So now turn the microphone gain all the way down until when you talk, your voice is registering at about -12 decibels. That's where we want it to be for recording. In case it peaks, it can go a little higher without clipping. And then later in editing, we're gonna bring that up to 0 decibels because that's where most audio is gonna be sitting on the internet. All right, you've recorded your video now, you're all set. Now I'm gonna show you some post-processing tricks to get the best audio quality out of your mic. Okay, so once you got your project open in Premiere, first I'm going to show you how to sync audio if you decided to record your audio separate from your video track. And then I'm going to show you some tricks you can do to get the best quality out of your audio. So we're going to use this footage from my last YouTube video. Now see, we got the footage here, and then we got the audio track here. And to sync them up, we're just going to select all of them, right click and go to synchronize, then choose audio and pick track channel 1 and hit OK. And Premiere's going to do that for you. It's pretty simple. And it's just going to process your audio and it's going to line everything up together. And there we go. As you can see, it adjusted our audio track to line up perfectly with our video. Now we're going to hold Alt and click on the audio track that's already with our video. And then we can just hit delete to get rid of that. Now, without moving this side to side on the timeline, we're going to shift this up. And now select both of these, right click and link. And now that audio track is going to move around with our video and it won't get out of sync. So this audio in this video was recorded on my USB mic, and this is what it sounds like just straight out of camera. That being said, this 100mm f2.8 macro, did that make anyone nervous, by the way? So this is pretty good, but we're gonna add some effects to this to just kind of boost up that quality just a little bit extra. I'm going to start with EQ. So type EQ into your effects and choose the 10-band graphic equalizer and just drop that right on. Now hit edit and you're gonna have these 10 volume knobs to adjust. So the ones on the left represent our lower frequencies, the ones on the right represent our higher frequencies. Our voice is somewhere around here. So I'm gonna take these here and bump them up a little bit right around where our voice is. And then I'm also gonna bump up the lower frequencies to add a little bit of nice bass to the video. And then we'll touch up tiny bit, just these higher up ones, something like this. This is going to be unique to your voice, so play around with it a little bit. Let's hear the difference now. That being said, this 100mm f2.8 macro, did that make anyone nervous, by the way? Now, I talked about getting the audio level to 0 decibels. Right now, if we put this at -12 decibels onto YouTube, it's going to be a lot quieter than pretty much every other video on YouTube, which means people are going to have to turn up their volume, and we don't really want that. We want it to be a nice, seamless user experience. So we want to boost this up so our voice is hovering right around the 0 to -6 area. So I want to type in amplify here and select this one right here and just drag that onto our audio now. And now hit edit, and this is just to boost up our audio. Now I'm going to do 10 decibels and boost that up and see how that sounds. Now I'm looking right over here. I'll expand this a little bit so we can see the decibels. So 0 is kind of what we're aiming for here. The loudest sounds should be at 0. And let's hit play and see where we're at. And it being a prime lens means that even though it doesn't fit into like the Canon L lenses, it's not like one of those super fancy lenses. So that's pretty good right there. We peaked just over 0 there. You generally don't want to go above 0, but most of my talking level is a little bit below that, between -2 and -4, so I think that's fine. So we're going to X out of that, and we're going to add one more thing, which is noise reduction. So now that we've boosted up the volume, we've also boosted up all of the background noise, and that includes my computer, which is running down below. If you can, shut off your computer when you're recording, but sometimes you need it. So we're going to go up here and type denoise, and select this one right here, drag that on, and hit edit. Now we have a few things here. We can choose where we're going to denoise. And if you hover over these, it's going to tell you which frequencies it's selecting. So we can focus on the lower frequencies, we can focus on the mids, the higher and lower, but not the mids, or the higher frequencies. And then we just select the amount. Now you don't want to go too high with this, it'll make your voice sound really tinny. I'm going to back this down to about 20%. And then we'll just listen to an empty space and see if that gets rid of the noise. So this is without. And with. So big difference right there. I mean, you can hear me breathing, but other than that. And then I'm going to check focus on lower frequencies because I think that fan noise is a little bit lower frequency. But you can play around with different ones of these and just see how it goes. And there we go. Our voice sounds good, but we cut out more of that background noise. And there you go. Now your audio is sounding professional. That's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing if you want to see more stuff like this. All of my gear, including some mics, are linked in the description for you to check out. You can also find my TikTok and my Instagram in the description. I post a lot on both of those. So if you want to check it out, you want to see some more informal content, my TikTok's great for that. But that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.